Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scout Sports 101 Monday Night Football postgame show. We're also going to talk about Game 2 of the ALCS going on right now at Yankee Stadium in New York. And the Guardians are down 3-0 right now. But first, we're going to talk about last night's Monday night game. Uh, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills were expecting to go into halftime against the New York Jets with a 10-point lead, and all the momentum that changed with one eye popping pass by Aaron Rodgers that sent the Jets and their fans into a frenzy and had a social media buzzing, and kind of a gut punch, Allen said. But he and the Bills overcame Rodgers' 52-yard Hail Mary touchdown throw as the first half ended to outlast the Jets 23-20 on Monday night and take early season control of the AFC East. Fighting through adversity, getting in at halftime, regrouping, saying, "Let's just control one play at a time," Allen said. "We didn't score as many points as I'd like in the second half, but we found a way." Allen threw 2 touchdown passes and ran for another score, and Tyler Bass made up for an earlier miss by kicking a go-ahead 22-yard field goal with 3:43 left to help the Bills to advance to 4-2 and snap a 2-game skid. They have never lost 3 straight with Allen starting at quarterback. It was a gritty win led by Coach Sean McDermott said. The loss was the 3rd in a row for the Jets, who fell to 2-4, who capped a tumultuous week during which Coach Robert Saleh was fired. Defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, replaced him as interim coach and offensive coordinator. Nathaniel Hackett was demoted from play calling duties in favor of Todd Downing. "Yeah, it was a weird week," Rodgers said. "Normally, reliable kicker Greg Zuerlein missed 2 potential go-ahead field goals for the Jets, hitting the left upright on both. The game was also filled with yellow penalty flags. Both teams had 11 penalties, which is not good." Allen finished with 19 of 25 carries and attempts for 215 yards. Rookie Ray Davis filling in for the injured James Cook ran for 97 yards on 20 carries and caught 3 passes for 55 yards. With the Jets trailing 23-20 in the closing minutes, Rodgers threw deep for Mike Williams, but the pass was short, and Taron Johnson, back after breaking his right forearm in the season opener, came up with a diving interception. Williams was evaluated for a head injury after the play. Allen and the Bills were able to then run out the clock and seal the win. They're only they're the only team in the AFC East with a winning record. "Our number one goal is making the playoffs, and you do that by winning your division," Allen said, and that is absolutely true. Or you get in as a wild card. "We understand the gravity of this type of game, us being 4-2 with a 2.5 game lead, with a head-to-head win as opposed to being 3-3 in second place." Rodgers was 23 of 35 for 294 yards with 2 touchdowns and the interception. Breece Hall had 113 yards rushing and 56 yards receiving. "I thought we were going to have a big night on offense," Rodgers said. "It certainly seemed that we're headed they were headed for that." With the Jets at their own 48 and perhaps hoping to get into field goal range before halftime, Rodgers took a few steps back and danced around a bit before launching the ball toward the end zone. Alan Lazard reached up in front of 2 Bills defenders and fell on his back. After a quick huddle, officials ruled it a touchdown. When you catch those waves of momentum, you've got to ride it, Yobrick said, and you've got to finish a team, which we didn't do. The Jets got in an early rhythm on offense with Downing calling the plays as Roger got New York into the red zone. The Jets settled for a 35-yard field goal by Zerline, but it was New York's first points on an opening drive this season. Then Buffalo bounced back by dashing uh, Yobrick's defense for 61 yards, including 48 on 6 carries by Davis, and keeping the Bills' opening drive with a 1-yard keeper by Allen, making it 7-3. Allen's 56th career TD run put him one behind O.J. Simpson for second in franchise history. Garrett Wilson gave the Jets back the lead on their next drive with a 5-yard TD catch that was initially ruled incomplete but reversed on video replay before Yobrick needed to challenge. Allen led the Bills on a 90-yard drive to give Buffalo back the lead and capped an 8-yard TD run pass to Mac Hollins. Quinn Williams got his hand on fast extra point that sailed wide left. Allen's second touchdown pass was a 12-yard throw to Dawson Knox with 21 seconds remaining before halftime to put Buffalo up 20-10. Bass pushed a 47-yarder wide right on Buffalo's opening drive of the second half. Zerline tied it at 20 with a 22-yarder midway through the third quarter. The Jets appeared to take the lead on their next possession when Braylon Allen ran up the middle from 4 yards out, but left tackle Tyron Smith was called for holding. Rodgers connected with Wilson in the back of the end zone on the next play, but the wide receiver couldn't hold on to the ball after being walloped by Damar Hamlin and Taylor Rapp. Zerline then hit the left upright on a 32-yard attempt to keep the game tied. He also missed a potential go-ahead 43-yarder with 9:44 left in the fourth quarter, hitting the upright again. Jets had some injuries. Jets safety Chuck Clark was ruled out in the second quarter with an ankle injury, and cornerback DJ Reed left in the third quarter with an injured groin. The Jets will have to regroup as they play Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football this Sunday, and the Bills will be in Nashville at Nissan Stadium to take on the Tennessee Titans. But the Jets, they kept it close. The Jets kept it close throughout this whole game, but the Bills were able to pull away, and I give the game balls to the Bills. Josh Allen, 19 of 25 carries and attempts, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Ray Davis for rushing yards, 20 attempts, 97 yards, and for receiving for Ray Davis, 3 attempts, 55 yards. So Buffalo goes to 4-2. The Jets 4-2-4, and the Jets will see if they can get the win over Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football. I believe that's who their next opponent is. Let me go back into the yes, they play at Pittsburgh on Sunday. Hopefully they can steal a win at Pittsburgh next week. Well, we do have a lot of football coming up as we get Week 7 kicked off on Thursday Night Football. It'll be the Denver Broncos at Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans to take on the Saints. And then on Sunday, the 9:30 a.m. game, the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars will square up at Northumberland Stadium in London, England, and the Bengals are in here in Cleveland to take on the Browns. Here at Huntington Bank Field. The Seattle Seahawks are in Atlanta to take on the Falcons at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Tennessee Titans are in Buffalo. Excuse me. Buffalo plays host to Tennessee. They're not in Tennessee. It's at Tennessee. It's in Buffalo. So excuse me on that. It's the Buffalo host Tennessee at Highmark Stadium this Sunday. They will host the Titans. The Houston Texans are at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, to take on the Packers. The Miami Dolphins, I think, are coming off a bye week, and they are in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Stadium to take on the Colts. And these are the 1 o'clock games. The Detroit Lions, who are coming off a big win over Dallas last week, and they are in Minnesota to take on the Vikings at U.S. Bank Stadium. The Philadelphia Eagles are at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, to take on the New York Giants. And that rounds out the 1 o'clock games. The 4 o'clock games, the late afternoon ones. The Las Vegas Raiders are at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, to take on the L.A. Rams. The Carolina Panthers are at FedEx Field in Washington to take on the Washington Commanders. The Kansas City Chiefs are at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, for a rematch with the 49ers from last year's Super Bowl. And Sunday Night Football, the New York Jets are in Pittsburgh at Ascure Stadium to take on the Steelers. And we've got a doubleheader on Monday Night Football this week. The 8:15 game. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens are at Raymond James Stadium at Tampa Bay to take on the Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. And the LA Chargers are in Arizona at State Farm Stadium to take on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. And the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys are on a bye week this week. So that's how football shapes up for week number 7. And I took Buffalo in 1, and so did my brother-in-law, Eric Hoyle. He also took Buffalo in 1. I mean, yes, he did. Well, he went 9-5. He lost the picks on the picks this week, and I myself went 13-1. I won the picks this week, so and I was happy about that. And right now it is Game 2 of the American League Championship Series between the Cleveland Guardians and the New York Yankees. And right now, it's the top of the 4th. The Guardians are batting. Andres Giannis is up at the plate. There's 1 out, and it's an 0-1 count. It's 3-0 Yankees in the top of the 4th. And I would like to see the Guardians tie it up, so it could be tied at 1 when we come back here for Game 3 on Thursday. So we'll see. But Giannis is up at the plate right now, and they have not been able to score or get a guy on base. And they need to start scoring runs, the Guardians. They lost 5-2 in Game 1 last night of the American League Championship Series. And the Guardians gave up a home run, and they only were limited to scoring 2 runs last night. And they need to make some adjustments because I am saying Guardians in 6 for this series because I don't want Game 7. Nobody does. Because we don't do well when we have to play Game 7. And because I would like the Guardians to be in the World Series. So, and I know all Guardians fans would. So hopefully we can, the bases are loaded. The Guardians have the bases loaded. And coming up to the plate, I believe I got David Fry will hit a grand slam in Game 5 of the ALCS. Let's see if he can do it right here. I'm hoping he can. because that would really get us on the board. But I think the Yankees are going to make a pitching change, and Stephen Voigt really had to really make some adjustments and talk to his team, because they really got to keep the Yankees on their toes, and they really want to, if they want to win this series, and because nobody, as I said, nobody wants to see Game 7 happen. So, and right now, David Fry is up at the plate. I guess they just went out to talk to the pitcher, but we'll see if David Fry can hit a grand slam in that top of the fourth inning with the bases loaded and give the Guardians a 4-3 lead. And I'm hoping that he can. I'm hoping. So, and I say, Fry, you got to wait for your pitch. Make the pitcher work. That's what I say. And I think everybody is saying that. Is it going? Is it going to? Ah! And they oh, the base is still look. Well, it's sliced. And there's now two down in the top of the fourth. And coming up the plate, let's see if the next batter who comes up to the plate, which I think, and I'm trying to see who it is. It is Brian Rocchio. Let's see if Rocchio can hit a grand slam, because I would like for the Guardians to get a 4-3 lead in this game. And Rocchio, wait for your pitch. Make the pitcher work. You gotta not swing at everything. You gotta swing when it's the right pitch. And he's already dead. It's 1-1. It's a 1-1 count right now. And I'm hoping this is gonna, because I would like to see this, to see a grand slam home run, or at least a triple. But I'd rather have a grand slam to give us the lead. Because I really would like to see. I really want the Guardians to tie this up tonight. Well, now it's a 1-2 count. And that's less. Well, still 1-1. Still 1-1. It's a 1-1 count. And Rocchio, wait for the right pitch. Make the pitcher work. That's what you have to do, Rocchio. That's what you got to do, Rocchio. Come on. Just wait for the right pitch. Make the pitcher work. And he's really focused here at the plate. And it's sliced foul. So now it is a 1-2 count, I believe, I think. Or still 1-1. He's fouled it off a couple times. I think he wants a grand slam home run. I think he wants it. And that slices foul. Yeah. As long as he hits foul, he's fine. But do not swing at those high ones, and don't swing at everything. Wait for the absolute right pitch to swing at, Fry, because we got to get these guys home. We can't leave the bases loaded. We cannot do that. We cannot do that. Another one sliced foul. Man, he's getting pieces of it. It just hasn't been there, but he's getting pieces of it. Because I want these bases cleared. I want these bases cleared. I want them cleared. Oh, come on, Rocchio. Just wait for the right pitch. Just wait for the right pitch. Make the pitcher work. Still 1-1. It's still a 1-1 count. Oh no, it's a 2-2 count. 2-2 count. Excuse me. It's 2-2 now at the plate. All right, just wait for the right pitch. Don't. I don't believe it. Guys, we cannot leave the bases loaded like that. You gotta get him home, Rocchio. You should have waited for that right pitch. You probably should have swung at that one. But 3-0 Yankees going into the bottom of the fourth, and the Yankees are coming up to bat. Hopefully, their Guardians can get on the board and score because I would like for them to tie it up. Can the Guardians rally? We shall see. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Sky Sports 101 Monday Night Football post-game show and American League Championship update show. And I'll be back with the Sky Sports 101 Thursday Night Football pregame show before the Broncos Saints game and the post-game show to follow. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.